The Cleveland Cavaliers are absolutely rolling right now. And in this video, you and I are going to be reacting to some of the best highlights from their current 10-0 start to see what is making them so lethal. How are they dominating the competition? And ultimately, can they continue this throughout the rest of the year and actually make a bid for another finals appearance and perhaps their first championship without LeBron James? Now, with that being said, let's dive right in.
By Wade. Now Garland drives.
Ooh, nice find.
Hammers it home. Nice shot by Dick. He did a good job of giving a pump fake, getting Merrill off his feet.
That's what I love about Donovan Mitchell. He's been so much more aggressive this year. Since he's come to Cleveland, he's played very well. But by and large, he has been disappointing consistently because I have an expectation for him, and this is probably unreasonable. But I want to see Donovan Mitchell go for 30 every night. I want to see Donovan Mitchell attack the rim every single night. I want him to put pressure on the defense. I want Garland to do the same thing because when you have two dynamic guards like them, two guys who are strong for their size, can get to the rim, can put pressure on guys with their speed and their tight handles, and then you have two bigs who are athletic and mobile, but also very strong, great finishers off of dump passes. You want to put pressure on the rim because then you're going to find dump-offs to Allen and Mobley every single time down the court.
But Ed, what a brilliant move. He worked right around the rookie Jamal Shed. Mitchell picked up by Barnes. Now Mobo is. Mitchell backs up after the switch, looks to set up. Mobo uses a knee screen, throws inside and scores. Just a brilliant acrobatic move by Donovan Mitchell. Garland fronted at by Davion Mitchell. He'll deal to Allen. The shot clock shows 5. Makes a return feed from Ty Jerome. Jared Allen was there to help. Excellent job by the Cavaliers. Under a minute to go in the first half. Jerome again finds Allen. Allen thumps it home and draws the foul. And Jared Allen has a chance for the centerpiece has been held to but 3 of 14 from the field. It's Caris LeVert.
And that's their secret weapon right there. Caris LeVert is the Cleveland Cavaliers' secret weapon. The fact that they have LeVert, Garland, and Mitchell means that they should never go hungry for baskets. And everyone's surprised that they're sitting at 10-0. That is surprising because whenever a team starts off perfect through that many games, it does come as a shock, no matter how great they are. But I don't know why you and I and the NBA community at large is surprised that Cleveland is playing well at all. They should have played better the past 2 years. They have enough talent on their roster, enough talent that should gel well to make them super competitive.
Not be stopped. He's a perfect 7 for 7 as he drains it. Both as playmaker and shooter in this his 3rd season as Garland's meanwhile straight away goes
What a dunk. Oh, my.
Mitchell with 35 to go in the first quarter. Oh, what a pass to Mobley.
What did I say 30 seconds ago? If you apply pressure to the rim and you have Jared Allen and you have Evan Mobley on the blocks, you're going to get dump-off passes all night long. And whenever you're a defense and you consistently let up open dunks to their bigs, you're going to start collapsing early. You're going to start packing the paint, trying to prevent Garland and Mitchell from getting in there. You're going to clog it. When you do that, you better hope that the threes don't start raining. Because if they start raining, then you just get blown out of the water.
Get it there. Holland, however, gets it back. Holland raises to the basket, and Mobley erases it at the basket. Mitchell's all alone. Showtime.
Solid play.
I tell you, the Cavs were leading a little bit. Everybody's anxious to get to the offensive end. Cunningham he sneaks in there, gets that shot.
Hold on. We got to go back. This is such a carry. I have to point this out. This is such a carry. Look at this. Hold on.
Everybody's anxious to get to the offensive end.
Yeah. Look where his hand's at. It's not behind the ball. It's not to the side of the ball. It's underneath the ball. And it was underneath the ball back here too. Now, granted, I don't think Caris LeVert needs to do this. Why do NBA players have to cup the ball so frequently? They have gigantic hands, and they're the most skilled players on planet Earth. Why do so many NBA players cup the ball? Why do they carry it so often? And on this play, it's not even like the referee couldn't officiate it. It's right there. You're right there. See, right there. You ball, so close, and yet you couldn't officiate it, especially when he was dribbling slowly. If you made a quick pocket and then between the legs, I would understand it because you wouldn't be able to catch it in time to react. But it's sitting in his hand.
Cunningham
Sits there.
sneaks in there, gets that shot. Somebody got to get a body on him. LeVert to Allen. He got it up in time. Jared Allen.
But it works, though.
It comes to the other end. The Cavs get another solid defensive stop. He created the 18th turnover by the Pistons. Mitchell gets bumped and fouled by Holland. Two-banks it home, and Donovan Mitchell has a chance. They'll pick that apart. Use that balance of them being aggressive against them. Mobley down the alley, floats it up, missed the shot. It's guided toward the sideline. Mobley, what a play! He got it and toward the basket. He knew Okoro was there. Signs there of Sarr. Touré effort by Jerome. What a move by Mitchell! Oh!
Okay, can we go back to this as well? Because I didn't know that I was going to be critiquing them on this because they're playing very, very well. I have to say something.
Touré effort by Jerome. What a move by Mitchell!
You know, never mind.
I thought his hand clearly pushed him off, but apparently I was seeing ghosts.
Step back, baby!
That was clean.
This is that 270-pound frame. Mobley got a piece of it. Mitchell doubles, and Mitchell took it right away.
I had that thought, and Donovan read my mind. Go and attack him when he puts the ball on the floor.
Your core is once again in place. They have a year more experience. Jerome off to Allen, and Allen crunches it home. Poole was moved to the bench, and all he did was score 31 points. Dish out 5 assists, and almost, whoa, as Allen cruises down the lane, he cracks it home. That's like most 19-year-olds, right, AC? Raw talent shines through as Allen gets...
Oh, what is Jared Allen on? Oh, my word. He's dunking like Wilt Chamberlain right now, and Evan Mobley looks like Bill Russell. If Evan Mobley can develop any sort of jump shot that's consistent in the mid-range and from three-point land, this team is going to be so nasty. But really, the big concern I already have for them is how does this translate into the postseason? Because we've seen the past 2 years, the Cavaliers haven't been super effective in the postseason. They've shown clear weaknesses, and the biggest one is that they don't have enough three-point shooting. They don't have enough three-point shooting from the role players. You have two great bigs that can dive. You have two great guards that can create. You have LeVert, who's a combo that can do a little bit of everything on the outside. But you just don't have snipers on the perimeter to make defenses respect you in the postseason off of those dives. You can collapse, and it makes things very hard for people that want to get to the rim.
Work for that shot.
Mitchell works on Kispert on this end, draws the foul, puts it up and in. Donovan Mitchell
What do you do?
has a chance for the three-point play. Around the horn it goes to Mobley. Mobley shuffles on Anunoby, finds the open man in Wade. Allen corrals the offensive rebound. Second chance. Mitchell to the basket. He goes right around Towns and lays it in. He's played the fewest minutes among the 5 New York starters. LeVert looks for an opening. Slashes and finds Jared Allen. Allen.
Have we noticed the pattern yet? The pattern is very clear. I can't believe how simple their offense is. But I don't know why I'm shocked, because this is exactly what you should do if you have this talent. All you do is you throw it to one of the bigs, dribble handoff. There's going to be some sort of drop coverage. The drop coverage is going to make it very easy for LeVert, Mitchell, or Garland to play with pace, keep the defender who had to fight over the screen, who's late, who can't recover, keep that player on your hip, shield them if you have to, and then you either lob, floater, or get to the rim. It's very simple. And since they're playing the guard so heavy in all of these highlights, you can see it. The big is always playing the guard super heavy, like right here with LeVert. Towns commits, but he commits too late. And then you have Jared Allen right here under the basket, and he's about to slam it.
Allen hammers it home.
Easy peasy.
Good play to track it down. The Cavs have the basketball.
Evan
An
Mobley.
81-80 lead.
Good pass.
Mobley to Mitchell. Got it.
It's Mitchell time.
Runs and drives. Erased by Mobley.
Get that big stuff out of here.
Here's Garland. Garland works off him. Find the trailer. It's Allen.
And in transition, it's going to work the same exact way. In transition, you do the exact same thing. If you're doing a 3-on-2, if you have numbers in transition and you're Garland or you're Mitchell, you make the big commit. You make the last defender commit. You have your big, Mobley or Allen, run straight to the rim.
Dump off.
Puts it up and in.
Bucket.
And draws the foul. Donovan Mitchell comes out scorching. He has 10 quick points. Davis leaned upon my Allen. Mitchell.
Now that's just a lazy pass. That's just a lazy pass. You can't be lazy. You can't be lazy. You can't be lazy here by Rui, too. What is Rui doing?
He was just lazy enough, and now he's not going to get back in time. Now they have numbers.
To Mitchell. Does he have another? Yes.
Bang out.
He does.
Light him up. Yes, he was. He took over the game in that fourth quarter on the offensive end and the defensive end.
Garland to the basket. Nothing called. What a rebound by Allen. And Allen.
And that's exactly it right there, too. If you're Garland and you get Jackson Hayes on you, I know he's athletic as a big, but you attack every single time. You go right to the rim, and inevitably you're going to have Allen crash. If he crashes and they overcommit, you are either going to score because you blow by, or you're going to miss, and then he's going to have LeBron or D'Lo on him, and Allen's just going to play bully ball. I used to do this all the time. I was not necessarily the smartest player whenever I played in high school. I had the two tallest people in the league I was playing in, and they were on my squad. And so I knew that I could pull up from anywhere, and they would get every rebound. Now, I didn't shoot a poor percentage from three. I was pretty good. Shot 35, 40, something like that. But I knew that I could take ridiculous shots. And I did have games where I was in the 20s, 25%, because I was tired. I was initiating the offense all game, and I just wanted to see if I could throw something up.
You can do the exact same thing right there if you're Garland.
And thunders it home.
Ooh! Ooh! Ooh!
As Jared can do that too.
Sometimes when you take a bump like that to your
Shoot
head,
it.
the head area, it'll throw you off a little bit.
Mobley again. Mobley.
And if you play zone, it's not going to work either. You can't play zone on this team. You can't play zone on this team. I understand the idea, right? You want to cut off driving lanes, but if you simply move the ball around the perimeter and you make any three-point shots during the game, you're going to get wide open players like that.
His third field goal here early in this fourth quarter.
Anxious to see how the Magic handle the Cavs with their better spacing.
Mitchell straight to the basket as Donovan Mitchell opens the scoring. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Spent his last few seasons with the Nuggets as Mitchell pulls up right in the face of Caldwell Pope.
He can do that.
The ball not sticking.
He can certainly do that.
To make the right play.
Mitchell
He can do that too.
inside for two.
Yeah, he can do that too.
Weaving, dishing, Mobley can't hit. Allen the board finds the cutter. Mobley lays it in.
A lot of these highlights come down to effort as well. That is something really important to point out here, is that they're not just 10-0 because they're running their offense to perfection, because they're playing to their strengths, but the Cavs are 10-0 right now because they're showing more effort on a night-to-night basis. They're crashing, they're cutting, they're getting back on defense, they're pushing it in transition. They're largely being very unselfish and very patient. If you want to win basketball games, whether you're picking up players at the LA Fitness or if you're in an adult league or you're just playing with your friends, whatever the case may be, you can win a lot of basketball games by simply making smart plays and playing with more effort. Yeah, you might get kicked off the court if the other team happens to rain threes on you or just can't miss, but I'd rather lose knowing I did the right things than lose because I simply didn't give the effort I was supposed to, nor made the simple plays. And the Cavs are doing that.
Away by Harris, but eventually he'll work it off the Merrill. Now to Levert, off the Garland. He stops. He fires.
Way to space on that too. Way to space in that transition push right there. Way to space.
22 to lead the way for the
Floater.
Cavs.
Easy.
Garland, the floater. Oh yeah.
You're just not going to win if that's the defense you're playing.
By Harris, Levert as Levert and
Ooh,
Merrill.
good save.
First two off that Cavalier bench.
Well, that's the one problem that you have now. Is you have to hit your shots now. That was the one guy you didn't want to see with the bounce back.
Mobley's open. Hand to Mitchell. Mitchell shakes on Trent. Back it goes to Mobley. Good two-man game as Mobley goes to the left hand.
Darius Garland, to me, is the modern version of Steve Nash. I think he's the most similar player to Steve Nash. And I believe he would be what Steve Nash could have been if he were to look to score more often. Now, I know that their points per game differential isn't that much in their prime. Steve Nash was about 18. Garland sits at about 21. But I think Garland can really show you what Nash could have been if he was more aggressive as a point guard, because he plays with a similar pace. He has a similar style of shooting, and he's crafty in a similar way. That's my opinion, but I see it. And hopefully he continues to do that, because if he can elevate as a scorer, they're going to be really dangerous.
Recollects, shovels to Mitchell.
And one. And one.
Shot that ball into the rafters, and he's giving the Cavaliers this 86.
Again, credit going with the contact.
That's just lazy by the Bucks. No wonder the Bucks are terrible this year, because that's a lazy defense. That is a lazy defense. Oh, good defense there.
3 seconds left. Mitchell for the win. Yes.
And of course, in any 10-game winning streak, you're gonna have shots like that fall for you. Oh, that's an alley. And Torian Prince just gives up on the transition. He just gives up, and I get it, right? The team blows. Oh, fade baseline. Fade baseline. Show me that. Okay. I don't know if that was a goaltender or not. It might have been. Woo! 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 Uh-oh.
Another steal, and it is Allen. Hill on the floor. Always physical.
Oh, I have chills up and down my body. Oh, and one. Oh, Brook Lopez. He's nasty. Ooh.
With 36 points in his back pocket.
Wow, I just ripped.
Angles off an Allen screen. Steps back for three.
Yeah. Oh, that's so buttery. That's so buttery. That's so buttery.
6 to shoot.
Oh, do it again.
Picked up by Lopez. Off the
Yeah, I'm on it.
Allen. Inside, he breaks it in. Don't stop the clock. Madison finds Lillard. Lillard will take the 2 here. No, he won't. It's Allen with the rejection. A haymaker of a block. It's Jared Allen.
I don't like that Damian Lillard attacks the rim there on Jared Allen. I don't know what you're expecting.
Hawkins and Zion were listed as questionable coming in. Both are on the floor as Zion misfires. Mitchell up ahead to Levert, who leaks out. What a catch.
Ooh, good reverse. Ooh.
That pass was gorgeous. Levert now. No cruise into the forecourt. Deal to Jerome for 3. Hey!
Love that shooting for him.
Knocks it down as Ty Jerome has given the Cavaliers the lead.
Yeah, he's going to have to be big this year.
All cylinders, which they haven't done all season. So they stepped up their game for you. You got to be ready.
Like Jared Allen, as Allen sent Messi onto his wallet. Okoro at the other end. Puts it on the floor. The Cavs are in the midst of a 7-0 run. Make it 9-0. It's Mobley.
So I can already tell you what's going to determine whether or not the Cavaliers make a serious run or whether they get bounced in the same fashion they have the past 2 years. It's very simple. If they continue to do the things they do well, then they are going to at least meet their floor. As in, if Allen and Mobley protect the rim, if they run in transition, if they finish off the pick and roll, if they finish off of dump passes, and Mitchell and Garland attack the rim fairly well, they're going to be a first-round team, they're going to be a second-round team, and they're going to be very competitive in those series. They're going to make it hard on their opponent. Now, what elevates them to the next level? Well, I believe that a team like the Cavaliers, a lot of it comes down to catching a break. Mitchell, Garland, they're going to have to catch breaks. They're going to have to get hot at the right time. In baseball, you see this. It's not always the best team. Sometimes it's just who has the hotter bat, who has the hotter pitching staff. I think you can make the same case for the Cavaliers. Garland and Mitchell need to be aggressive, and if they're hot at the right time, they could get to the Eastern Conference Finals. They could even make a finals run because of how weak the East is right now. So far into the season. But I think the thing that you can count on more is, do they shoot the three well? If the Cavaliers shoot the three well, if they're consistently a top half or top 10 shooting team from three, if they can shoot the three well, that will allow them to attack the rim aggressively, to get those rim runs by Allen and Mobley, and that will allow them to sustainably win games. I haven't checked the stats on this. I don't know exactly where they stand three-point shooting-wise, but if they're toward the bottom of the league, they need to get that up. If they're at the top of the league, they need to maintain that or at least not let it fall off too far, because that will be the difference in my eyes. This is a shooting league now, and if they are not able to get shots off and make shots off those kickouts from Mitchell, from Mobley or Allen, if they get dump-off passes and they get doubled, tripled, whatever, they're just not going to go far enough in my eyes. And or if they just quit playing with this effort, because a lot of this could just be effort. I see a lot of NBA players being lazy. A lot of NBA teams are lazy. And you could say that's because of the schedule and the wear and tear on the body. You could say that's because they're spoiled and they got paid too much. Whatever the case is, I don't see great effort out of NBA players in a lot of these games. So perhaps they could just make a run because of that, because they're hungrier. By and large, though, I think they just need to keep hitting threes, and they need to keep playing to their strengths. If they do that, they're going to be a tough out, and whoever plays them is not going to have a fun time. With that being said, let me know what you think in the comments. How far do you think the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to go this year? Do you think they can actually win a championship? The first one since LeBron James, the second one in their history? Comment that down below. And if you like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. This is the New Da Vinci. Much love, peace. Have a blessed evening or day wherever you're at.